Jimmy Butler, he's a very interesting player to me.
He's like, oh shoot, I don't know where to go with the ball because I haven't been able to think.
It was a great series. Game 4 was one of the best games I've ever watched in my entire life. Now LeBron's a four-time champion, and Anthony Davis gets his first.
It's unacceptable. So happy when the Astros lost because it would definitely be a 2020 thing.
Yeah, I was impressed by their game. Braden Point, Andre Palat, Nikita Kucherov. That was the best line in the playoffs, no doubt.
Stay undefeated when they face the mighty Cowboys with Garrett Gilbert.
Hey everyone, I'm Jared Sandler, and you're listening to Outsiders Opinions.
What's up, y'all? Welcome to our NBA Opinions of the Week. We're still in the dog days of the off season, but a man that I enjoy listening to, Austin.
Yeah, we are in the dog days. James Harden is trying to make it a little bit more interesting based on some of his comments that we may talk about in a later video. But today we're just talking about rookies.
Yeah, and these are 4 rookies we're excited to. You and I talked about this. This is not based on what they did. It's just based on this year. Their situations may have changed, and we still believe in what we saw with them when they were drafted. So this is from the 2022 NBA draft because it's way too difficult to talk about rookies this year. So it's second year guys.
Yeah. So who's your first one?
My first one is Jeremy Sochan with the Spurs. I don't know why it took me forever, but the San Antonio Spurs, Sochan, to me, how does he fit in Wembanyama? And I think it can really work. I think he needs to work on his shooting, but if his shooting develops, because I think he's more of a 4, and I'm just excited to see how he works with Wembanyama, and I think it should work out well.
Yeah, I Sohan is definitely someone I wanted to have on my list, but he did not make mine. My first guy, a Rockets player, Tari Eason, very underrated guy. He went to LSU, and he's a very underrated rebounder. He's a small forward / power forward, and he averaged 6 boards a game. He's a player that I think that Ime Udoka will kind of help grow even more. He had a great rookie year, and I think he'll have a great second season with a rising team.
That's a good one. I almost picked him as well. My next guy is a guy drafted in the second round, Christian Koloko. He's a center, but I heard someone talk about him last year during the draft process, and it was someone that needed a little bit of time. And so I'm just really excited to see what happens and how he can really impact the Raptors, because I think they're kind of going more youngers, and not youngers. I don't know why I said that. But they could go more center because Pascal Siakam may get traded. And it's just, how does he come off the bench, or does he earn more minutes? So that's a guy I'm excited to watch.
Yeah, my second guy, a guy that didn't play all that much last year, but I truly believe in him. He was one of my, I did pick him in the right spot last year in the draft. One of the few guys I actually did it. He was on a championship winning team last year with the Nuggets, Peyton Watson. He went to UCLA. He's a good defensive player. And I'm excited that he should finally get an opportunity on this Nuggets team. He was extremely raw last year, only played in 23 games, averaging 3.3 points. He did play some in the playoffs. He played in 5 of those games, and he is an NBA champion, but I'm so excited to see how he plays next year. In his short run, he did play extremely impressively, 49% from the field and 43% from 3. However, that wasn't very short attempts, and he's more of a defender, but I am excited to see what he does next year.
That's a good pick. My next guy is Ochai Agabaji, the guy from Kansas. He was a little bit older, but now he's with the Jazz. He was drafted by the Cavs. But in that Donovan Mitchell trade, he was sent to the Cavs, or to the Jazz from the Cavs. And with the John Collins trade, how I think he's more of a shooter and more of a shooting guard, and I think that should help. And I really liked, he was a good player at Kansas, and to me, he has that experience. So I feel he's going to impact this Jazz well, especially I think he's going to become a better shooter from the 3, even though he shot 35.5%, which which isn't too bad, but still it could be better. And I wonder if John Collins helps him with that as well, or just having John Collins on the court with him affects his shooting.
Yeah, I could definitely see how that could affect him. But my next guy is Jalen Williams on OKC. Both of them are, but I'm going with a former Arkansas product, a second round pick. He played so well in the play-in game against. Was that against the Pelicans? It was the Pelicans,
Yes,
right? And then they beat the
I believe so.
Pelicans, and then they lost to
The
the
Timberwolves.
Timberwolves. Yep. But in that Pelicans game, he played extremely well, and even against the Timberwolves, I thought he played fine. And I'm just excited to see how he grows. He's still taking a lot of charges, which is extremely rare for players in the NBA to kind of be their strong suit. But last year, as a big man who's 6'10", shot over 40% from three, 40.7. Uh, I do think he has a lot of potential in his short time. He still averaged 6, 5, and 2. I'm really high on him, and I think he can be a very good player.
Yeah, that's a good pick. And then I'll let you do your final guy first.
So
Or is
my
that your
final guy, I'm sure he's yours as well. There's a chance he's not. It's Chet. I can't not put Chet on this list for guys I'm excited to see. He was supposed to be a great player last year. Sadly, he didn't get to play, but he has to be on this list.
You're correct. He is on my list. That's my final guy. I wasn't sure if we were going to agree with this. To me, I was like, it is Chet, but I got to see what he looks like, especially with this Thunder team, like you were talking about with Jalen Williams. How does he fit in on this team? And I don't believe in Chet, but I'm excited to see if I'm proven wrong because I think that's a great thing about sports. Because he's so skinny, I'm just like, how is he going to do this? So I'm excited to see, does he really help the Thunder, and do the Thunder really take a leap this year? And I think that if they do take a leap, it's because a lot of what Chet is doing.
Yeah, Chet's a special player. I do think that his injury problems are not a fluke, and that because of his build and the way he plays, injury proneness may be an issue. But like you said, I'm excited to be wrong. Hopefully, I am. I hope he has a great year this year and can prove both of us to be incorrect.
Yeah, and that's what we got with our video today. Let us know what you think in the comments, and if you want to add another second year guy you're excited for, thank you for listening to Outsiders Opinions.